We're back with Jamie Noodles McLennan, and let's play some fantasy or reality. We're going to start with Linus Ullmark. He got paid $8.25 million a year before the season, but his numbers have not been good. 3.02 goals against and an .892 save percentage. So Noodles, the Sens have a legit reason to be concerned. Fantasy or reality?
It's a fantasy. I wouldn't say it's a reality yet. We're still early in the season. He's in a new environment, learning new systems, playing with new players. He's coming off an injury, looking for some consistency. So if we're talking 6 months from now, let's give it 3 months from now, then I would be more concerned. But it's still fantasy for me. I think Linus Ullmark is going to be terrific for the Ottawa Senators.
Okay, now rookie Matvei Michkov, he leads all rookies and is second on the Flyers with 10 points in 13 games. But John Tortorella is making him a healthy scratch tonight. So, Noodles, is this a hero move by Tortorella? And he should have Michkov in the lineup. Fantasy or reality?
It's a fantasy, and I know you used the word hero, so we all want it to be a reality because, you know, John Tortorella, he does some things outside the box, but I'm not going to question him. Michkov is a rookie. He needs to learn how to play nightly with the puck and away from the puck. I've heard Tortorella be critical of him a few times, that he has to learn the process. So I'm not going to challenge this. It's still fantasy for me. It'll be reality if he does it a bunch of times, but I think this will be a one-off.
Yeah, we're trusting the Tortorella process. Now, the longest losing streak in the league, that belongs to the Canadiens. The worst goal differential in the league also belongs to the Canadiens. So, Jamie, here's a statement. Montreal's rebuild has taken a step backwards this season. Fantasy or reality?
I would say fantasy. I still think it's early enough in the season. You've got some players that are fine. Look at Cole Caulfield's on a record pace for himself individually. Nick Suzuki. They've got some young players that are pushing through. You know, Samuel Montembeault has to be a number one, but he's trying to prove it. Young defensive core. I think it isn't a step back. What it is the progression. It's early in the season. Lots of inconsistencies. They will be fine.
One more for you, Noodles. The Carolina Hurricanes have the longest win streak in the league. So they are the Panthers' biggest threat to represent the East in the Cup final. Fantasy or reality?
I think it's fantasy because I have to back up my Stanley Cup final pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay.
Re-energized Vasilevsky. You go and get Jake Gensel. This is a team I think that is going to do some damage. So I didn't hear their name shouted. I just heard Carolina and the Florida Panthers. So I have to say that's fantasy.
Okay, we'll take it. And that's another edition of Fantasy or Reality with Jamie McLennan.